Martin Cahill.
I'm Skip LaRussa.
I'm Ashley Bess.
And hey, here's some news.
So today, weather is going to be rain showers along with windy conditions. I have 44 degrees, which is something I haven't felt in a long time.
Did you guys feel the weather yesterday? I
I
feel like I was in Puerto Rico or something. I actually went outside with my coat on and I just felt so tired.
Yeah, you got hot. Same thing. I had this like huge winter coat on. I'm like, what am I thinking? All these people in like t-shirts.
I wanted to go tanning. It's just how great it was.
I actually saw a guy in shorts who was like, this guy's got the right idea. Why isn't the fountain turned on? And then, you know.
It wasn't hot enough for like a skirt.
Oh yeah, no. I was thinking about it. I was like, skirt? No.
Yeah, no, Skip and I weren't in the mood for skirts either, but that's just us.
Why are you talking to me?
I don't know.
Winds of west-southwest at 20 to 30 miles per hour. Chance of rain 50%.
Rain. We haven't had rain for
I
don't
know,
know
I feel
how long.
like
I
we
mean, it's the
haven't.
winter, I guess.
What
so.
is rain? I've completely forgotten.
It looks like it's raining outside, but it's
Yeah,
not.
Well,
just
like,
went out this morning.
it was like I felt hail, but not rain. Like in the past week.
Hail?
Yeah, it was hailing last week.
Was it?
Yeah, like freezing rain.
Wonderful.
That was a big
Hail.
one.
That's what we need.
Winds occasionally gusting over 40 miles per hour.
I felt it on the way over here. It's like one of those things where I think I could just lift my jacket up and fly here. Because it's so
It would make
windy.
things easier.
Who designed this place? It's so windy.
Tunnels with the big tall buildings, you know, with the six right there.
You turn around a corner and you get knocked back 20 feet. I don't need that, especially when I'm walking to like a 920 class. Not for me.
Right?
Not for
My hair
me.
gets messed up. Not good.
Oh yeah, me too. I
That's
don't
the
know.
worst. That's the worst.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't know.
I haven't heard this messed up.
Me too. It's so messy.
For tonight's weather, it's going to be windy with rain and snow showers in the evening.
Snow.
Then mainly snow showers late tonight, low 28 degrees, winds 30 miles per hour. So here comes the snow again.
Wonderful.
What a tease.
Just in time for a
That's
break.
what I was saying, this weather is such a tease. But it is really windy, so
I
it's
like
like,
the snow.
I do too. I do too.
I like it for like 2 months, and then I'm just like, come on.
love the
I like
snow.
it when
This
I
would be
don't
the
shovel.
No, this cold, I should say.
I think because I just like wearing my coat.
Yeah.
Anyway, big news. President Obama's stimulus package has now, Congress has finally reached a consensus on this economic stimulus package. It's now for, I'm sorry, Skip said the same story. But we'll talk about it. The bill is now for $789 billion. And that's split between $507 billion going towards spending programs, education, infrastructure, etc., and $282 billion in tax relief. And I think it really marks a substantial boost of confidence for Democrats in Washington after 8 years of Republican power, you know? So, I mean, I think it's a good degree of cooperation as well, because everybody's starting to get along, hopefully.
Right, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the White House.
But this is good, you know? Tax relief, that's what we need. What do you guys think?
I definitely agree. I mean,
Anything to get this economy started, man. Anything to get this economy back on track.
I don't know though. I think it's gonna get worse before it gets better.
Right, and that's
Personally,
usually
so.
how it has to happen.
Yeah, it's like ripping a Band-Aid off. It's going to hurt for a little while, but in the end, you know, hopefully don't put another Band-Aid back on. I don't know what that means.
So deep.
I tried. A little bit of philosophy at 9:30 in the morning here.
But they say the deal is actually smaller than either the House or the Senate had proposed, and most Democrats would have preferred a larger bill. $790 billion, you think, would be enough?
I heard it was calling for at least 2.5 trillion. And but you know, it's I'm taking a politics class right now, and the teacher's like, the only way things get done is if you compromise. And unfortunately, that's what they had to do to get the Republicans on board for this one.
You got to put in to get out. That's how it works.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, some other news from Washington. So, police arrested a man near the U.S. Capitol on Tuesday after he drove to one of the building's barricades with a rifle in his vehicle and told visitors that he had a package delivery for Mr. Obama. Now, his name Alfred Brock was charged with possession of unregistered gun and ammunition. So, and this is not the first threat against Obama that led to an arrest. So, I mean, there was also a man in Florida who was charged with threatening bodily harm to Obama. And I guess people expect every president is going to have some kind of, there's going to be people who don't, extremists who don't agree with their their views
At
and
least they don't,
such. So.
as long as they don't get to the president.
Right. The security, I guess, did a good job because it happened. So.
And Secret Service, that's what
Just
they're
gotta
there
be
for.
careful.
They said Obama has what, twice or 3 times as many bodyguards as any
Oh
other
my
president
goodness,
before.
yes. And all his daughters, they have bodyguards always taking them to school. And
Imagine, I mean, imagine being so young and having a bodyguard walking with your elementary school.
It'd be pretty cool. I'd be pretty okay
it'd be
with that.
cool for a while, but I.
That would get annoying after
Yeah,
a
I
while.
believe so too. I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get
you're
celebrities
right.
with bodyguards everywhere you go. They're there.
Yeah. It sucks to be famous sometimes.
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
For the rest of the time,
Except for me.
except for, being famous is good except for the whole people want to kill you thing. But, you know, we can always look past that.
If we live.
Yeah,
Oh, it's so sad.
seriously.
So.
A city cop was caught on tape beating a handcuffed man in his apartment in New York City. And he's going to be charged for assault and fraud.
Oh my
The
God.
police officer?
He was charged with assault and
The
fraud.
police officer.
Yeah. The guy was just going to see his mother. They said that's his only crime. They don't know why the police officer beat him really bad.
There's been a lot of stories I feel about police officers beating.
Yeah,
There's
they-
this one on tape. I don't know, maybe it was last year on the news or something.
This guy was videotaped.
The power gets to their head. They think they can do whatever they
Right,
want,
that's what-
and the law's on their side. But
Most of them.
like after they're handcuffed and down, what's the point of still beating them?
He was a helpless Iraqi war veteran.
What?
Oh
That's
my
really
God.
gonna be
That's not
bad
good.
for the police officer.
Oh, I know.
Wow.
Maybe they probably just get so infuriated they can't help but take it out. I mean, that's no excuse, but
He was handcuffed.
I know, yeah, I know. It's probably mostly pride and something like that.
Who knows?
Something like that.
Something like that.
I'm sure what goes on in their heads, but.
Some people, for shame.
Okay, so there's a there's lead in lipstick. It turns out that the urban legend is true. So in October 2007, the Campaign for Safe Cosmetics tested 33 popular brands of lipsticks at an independent lab for lead content. The results were that 61% of lipsticks contain lead, with levels of up to 0.65 parts per million. So
Wow.
these brands include L'Oreal, CoverGirl, and
Yep.
even Dior.
I knew it.
Yeah, now the latest studies show that there is no safe dose. Even tiny amounts are health concern because you keep putting it on throughout the day and the lead builds up over the body and
Yes.
What?
and lead is a proven neurotoxin that can cause learning and reduce studies in school, and it's become actually a serious problem. So we're concerned about that, but there are safe lipsticks that they're making that do not contain lead. So
You used to get that organic stuff.
We have a lot of girls on campus who are going to start using that as an excuse. I put lipstick on today, so
right.
those my kids are feeling like
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine it being that serious, but this is what the studies are showing. So I guess if you put it on too many times, I mean, lead is, yeah, that's why they stopped
Yeah,
putting
very
lead
poisonous.
It's like graphite pencils now.
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
Now they took out pencils and everything.
It reminds you of like those mercury fillings, like you know, like the silver fillings
Yeah,
compared to the
yeah.
white
Right,
fillings.
right.
And like how the mercury just keeps slowly going into your
Right,
system.
and you think nothing of it. I mean, lipstick, like, how would that be harmful? But
Well, if it's got lead in it, it can be very harmful,
I
people.
know.
I mean, just that's basically taking a pencil and going, hold on, I gotta sharpen it. I mean, come on. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like, oh, you have any lipstick? I got a pencil and a pen. I'll take the pen. It's safe. Pen's safer, I've
color
heard.
pencils.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if they have lead in them, but
Crayola must have made a killing. Oh, that's horrible. All right. I'm just being goofy. I'm just being goofy. So, what's not funny is this. Apparently, there was this driver in Queens. He dragged a body nearly 20 miles. A body. He was dead already. He was dead. He was not a live man clinging to life. This man, Gustavo Acosta, hit a man, but when he went back to check for a body, there was nothing there. Apparently, another car had driven over the body and gotten hooked underneath the car. And luckily someone flagged him down, but after 50 minutes, he'd been dragging that corpse for a good 20 miles around the city. That's hard.
15 minutes to catch up to him?
Yeah. It wasn't even the guy who hit him. It was another guy who'd seen something under his car and go, "Hey, you got something in your car?"
Oh my.
And it wasn't a squirrel or a raccoon, people.
Oh my gosh. How does the family feel?
I don't know. It's just one of those things.
How does the person seeing that feel?
I know.
Can you imagine the guy who was driving? Because he didn't even hit the guy. It's just one of those freak things where it just he just got dragged into the situation.
I wonder if he's getting charged with something.
No.
Horrible.
Actually, no one's being charged for anything.
It was an accident.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a really sick one.
Well, yeah, what had happened was the driver, it was a green light, he went through it, didn't see he saw the guy, tried to swerve out of the way, couldn't, and then the other car just picked him up. It was, sometimes you just gotta say, what the fudge.
huh?
Yeah. In American news, three quarters of Texas farmland is currently being plagued by the worst drought in nearly 100 years, since January 1918. The soil is too dry for seeds to germinate, and winter wheat crops have failed. Even last year's hurricanes, Dolly and Ike, did not bring enough precipitation to the area. La Nina, a weather pattern over the Pacific, did I say that right?
Yes.
La Nina? Okay. Has pushed the jet stream north, which prevents the southwest from accumulating the north amounts of precipitation. So far in the last 3 months, only a quarter of the usual rain and snow has fallen in Texas. To make matters worse, the price of grain and beef has fallen as Americans cut their spending due to the economic crisis. Corn crops are planted from mid-February to late March and are harvested before the intense summer heat in August. Farmers are now playing a guessing game as to whether they should plant corn and hope that it rains, or wait for it to rain and plant a crop that can be harvested later in the season.
That must be really scary. I mean, living in a place where there hasn't been precipitation for a long time. I mean, we have it every day, and I can imagine, like,
We complain about it, but
Right,
if we
we
didn't
do.
have it, we would really take it for granted.
Yeah, but plus that's their whole, it's not even a career, it's a lifestyle. I mean, think about it.
Right.
Farming and such
It's,
like that.
yeah, you go out, you farm, and it's not just for you, it's for everyone around you who needs this food, and you're right, it is scary, because that's your entire life put at risk because of a
It's the
little
basis
amount
of
of rain.
their survival, kind of, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Can't live without food, girls. Guys.
Girls and guys can't live without food. I'm sorry for Skip.
Yeah. What are you trying to say?
I don't know.
New study, guys don't need food. No, I'm just joking around.
Funny. So,
Now,
I know we've all heard about the Rihanna and Chris Brown.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We couldn't get through the show without talking.
Oh, I know.
It's one of those
I can't
things.
hear enough of it, actually. There's new stories every minute, I feel like.
Yeah,
There's
different
some
story
new-
about what happened.
I think it had to do with the Grammys, supposedly,
I
right?
heard that some girl texted him and she got upset and they started fighting.
so it's high school, huh?
Either way,
Yeah,
it's
it's
pretty
all-
much he hit her.
I heard that it was Leona Lewis's fault, to tell you the truth.
Oh.
She was wearing a low back dress and Chris Brown's hands were all over that back.
What a misunderstanding, I'm sure. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Obviously, Rihanna's gonna get jealous.
I mean, there's probably things that have been building up over time. I can't imagine just because Rihanna was hanging out with Timberland or whatever at some Grammy party that Chris would be so angry about it. I mean, there has to be some like underneath, like something happening in the house. Or
Rihanna's fans are gonna skyrocket now because all Chris Brown
Right, right.
fans are gonna feel bad for her and go to her.
Actually, no. On her
That's what I
MySpace page, they wrote really nasty things to her. Chris Brown's friend.
She got a
Now,
MySpace page?
Chris Brown has a huge fan base. I can't even like imagine what he's feeling right now. I mean, he did an awful thing.
Well,
Yeah, they taken away like all of his endorsements because of
Right.
this incident.
Now,
He lost a lot of money.
no, now there was also something shown on YouTube, I believe it was, and E! News and all those things, that he was in an interview with Tyra Banks, and he actually said that when he was younger, he was a victim, or his mother was a victim
stepfather, right.
of domestic violence. So they think maybe it stems from that, and there's connections that have been proven in studies about.
I actually saw that episode. He was
Yeah.
so scared, he had to like kill himself.
Right. I mean, it almost seemed like he wanted people to feel bad for him. I know that sounds horrible, but
He turned himself in, which is a
yeah.
good
No,
point.
I know.
think
He
that's-
did turn himself in.
But do you think if he
something-
didn't turn himself in, that Rihanna would have turned him in?
I'm not sure.
The interview with Tyra was, I think, last year or a couple years ago.
Right, I think it was recent. It wasn't that old.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was
You,
interesting.
it's just, you just don't do that though. You know,
I
I
know.
don't know. It's maybe old-fashioned, but you don't.
And
you
in
don't
the
pick one.
interview, he actually said that because of his experiences at home, he would never touch a woman like that. He said that in the interview, so I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I like how people are always honest about themselves.
In front of camera.
In other celebrity news, this was funny.
Oh, it's a good one, guys.
Skip it.
Asians want $4 billion from Miley Cyrus. A Los Angeles woman has filed a class action lawsuit against Miley Cyrus, claiming that she mocked Asians in a recent photo by slanting her eyes. Lucy J. Kim claims to represent more than 1 million Asian Pacific Islanders who live in LA. Kim claims that when Miley posted the photo, she knew or should have known that her image would be publicly shown to the media.
Miley Cyrus just can't stay out of trouble. Honestly, I think every week she's gonna become the new Britney Spears. I mean, really.
She's already
Lindsay
there.
Lohan. Yeah, she's almost there. Just
Is she
halfway
still
there.
15?
She's 16.
Oh, okay. She's
Whatever.
still dating
15,
that guy,
16,
right? The 19-year-old, 20-year-old?
I don't know. I actually like Hannah Montana. I love the show.
I think she seems like a down-to-earth person, and I mean, she just, okay, whoever's on the top, they're gonna try to take down. No matter who you are, if you're a great person, they're gonna try to slam you down. I mean, the picture, who knows what her thoughts were when she was taking the picture.
Are they sure that she was trying to mock them, or could she have just been?
They can't prove it.
Yeah.
They can't prove it. They really can't. I mean, I think she said that she obviously wasn't trying to mock anybody, but I mean, you don't know, so. I mean, all you.
I've learned that people do stupid things in the heat of the moment, and if you're in the photo shoot, you're not thinking of what's going on. You're not thinking of, oh, who might this offend if I pose like this or do this certain thing. So,
Same thing with Michael Phelps. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
little different story, but
It's-
you know, all these pictures circulating around. You gotta be careful, just about what you post.
Some was actually trying to sell the bong that he started making
Oh my God.
How do you know when it's really...
for $100,000.
That's shocking.
$100,000.
Yeah, the police have arrested the guy.
I want one of his medals, just cause. Like, here, I'd buy it and go, hey, you want this back? I want one of your medals. You know, the one you just won.
Oh, yeah.
Hey guys, check what I got. That'd be a great party opener.
Definitely. But
I'm such a
anyways,
weird guy, okay.
Enough of celebrity baloney.
I have one more.
Oh, okay, go ahead. No, go ahead. Okay. Well, you guys have heard about the octuplets. I don't know if any of you guys have heard about them.
Yeah.
So the California octuplets, there was this mother who now she has 14 children with the addition of these 8 kids for in vitro fertilization she's been using. And some might think that this octo mom is crazy, but now her own mother is speaking out against her. Recently, Angela, the mother and the grandmother of the 8 babies, is speaking out against her kooky daughter, Nadia.
Kooky.
Kooky. She calls her kooky, increasingly kooky. Now, she's not too fond of her daughter's childhood dream of having a large family. So, she doesn't support the daughter's decisions because she doesn't think that she'll be able to provide for 14 kids. And I mean, that's reasonable. I mean, 14 kids, like,
That's good for tax returns.
now, mind you, she doesn't have a husband. She does not have a boyfriend. She does not have any support but her mother and her father. And her mother is the one taking care of the 6 kids all day long. And her mother's getting tired and frustrated, understandable. And I guess their house is a disaster. And the grandmother is
How do you
scared.
watch 14 kids?
I don't know.
I heard that she paid for the in vitro by using disability checks.
Oh no, yeah, she got insurance money, and I guess she went to go get lips like Angelina Jolie, used the money for the wrong reasons. I mean, the kids, you know, what are they? This is ridiculous.
My definition of a large family is maybe
5.
3 kids, 4 kids, maybe 5, maybe 5.
14,
14 is a brood. 14 is a swarm.
14 is like the size of my whole family.
That's like a parade.
And can you imagine pushing 8 babies out?
I know.
14 is a club.
How does she fit in? Can you imagine like a huge like stomach full of 8 kids? I mean, like I can't even imagine.
She did them all at once, right?
Yeah, well, October.
No, she
That
said,
was a
well,
joke.
She
these
saved
4,
half of it for later, you know.
these 4 now, I'm
Take a little
lunch
break.
break. I'm on lunch break, then to come back, the rest of the 4.
I don't feel like pushing anymore. So just take one out.
Just 1 second, please.
It was like a gumball machine. Here comes 1.
I
Oh.
know, it's ridiculous.
Alright,
Bad visual.
Good luck
Sorry.
to her. I mean, good luck to her.
Maybe good luck to her, yeah.
Jeez, I can't say one wrong thing.
I mean, good luck to her, but 14
Don't
kids.
have any more kids, please. Please. For your own sake, for your mother's sake, for all of our
For the
sake.
love of God,
Don't
do
have any
not
more
keep
kids.
procreating.
So.
You always?
I do say the weirdest things. Hey, some science news. And now, for amputees, there's this new technology, new prosthetic arm that's made. It's wired directly into the nerves of the body. It's a process called re-innervation, and allows for near total animation of the whole arm, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and digits. So I mean, normally, like I've read the old prosthetic arms, you can only move like you're very clunky, you can only move.
yeah.
But I actually watched this thing in a video, and it's just like it's like the future. It's like the whole arm moves and the whole finger. She can pick up things. She can like throw things. It's astonishing how far we've
We're
come.
gonna have like all robot people in the next few years.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
like,
You can take your arm off, another arm on,
That would really
change
There's
everything.
going to be no need to
I mean-
have us working in there. It's just be all robots.
I mean, obviously, if you need it, there's an accident.
yeah, I mean, despite it just whole robots or androids or whatever. I mean, the fact that an amputee can actually be fully functional again, fully.
What's the warranty?
That is amazing.
What's the warranty on
The
this
warranty?
thing?
I don't know.
Like, I want an arm to work for only like a year.
Or until it's all
You have
Well, I would assume it's
That'd be
relatively.
really embarrassing.
a year guarantee, baby.
I mean, it's relatively new, so I mean, it's obviously not going to be
She
fully
does
functional.
insurance,
Yeah, but the scientists are working with this woman, and this woman who has it, I watched the video, and she's really getting used to it. It's really cool.
That's
And
really
it's,
amazing,
It's
though.
great
Good
that
for her.
she's fully functional again.
That's great.
Well, did you hear about Selma Hayek breastfeeding the baby?
Oh, did not.
Yes.
Tell us.
It wasn't her baby.
Okay, wait,
Oh,
what?
it wasn't her
Roll
baby.
that. What?
Chico, what?
She went to Sierra Leone and she was videotaped breastfeeding another woman's infant because the other mother couldn't. So I guess she figured because I'm breastfeeding my baby, I can probably give a little milk to this one.
Yeah, like
Oh
a
my
surrogate.
gosh.
That's really
That is
weird.
very weird.
It's kind of weird.
Wait, so did she know she knew the woman and the baby, or no?
No,
Oh, no.
she didn't know it.
Oh my
It
god.
wasn't like her BFF or anything.
Well, did the mother ask for like
Best friend forever.
help or something? Or
I don't know.
Did she randomly just fling out her thing and look
pulling out her thing.
Whoa, this conversation is going crazy.
I like our new terminology for breastfeeding these days.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
10 years from now. Honey, what are we doing? Oh, I'm flinging out my thing. Oh, that's great. Keep it up, honey.
So, in other news,
Other news.
the trial for former New York State Majority Leader Joseph L. Bruno, who was indicated by a federal grand jury last month on allegations that he used his position in the state legislature just to make millions of dollars. Bruno's lawyers intend to file pre-trial motions challenging the integrity of the government's investigation. Who can we trust anymore?
I know.
That's the question.
I think there's so much under the table operations going on. Ridiculous.
A lot of exploitation of
Very much so.
government positions, and people have their own agenda. It's not like these days once you get elected to a certain position, it's not how can I help my constituents or help my friends or my people. It's how can I help myself.
Right,
get
and I think
someplace.
personal views are getting in the way of views of, the whole country. I mean, I really do.
They'll get caught, like as they see we're gonna be caught. They're
Right, definitely. So, attention Walmart shoppers, you might just see electric cars down aisle 6. Now, Mexican company GS Motors is already selling 3 different models from China's First Auto Works at a so-called big box retail chain in Mexico, and has plans to replicate the strategy north of their border. It is expected that the product might be ready for the U.S. market within the next 5 years, and Walmart says it will consider selling these cars in their stores.
Wow.
So imagine walking down the aisle and seeing electric cars. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be nothing.
Oh, wow.
Like we're going to think it's nothing in a couple of years, but I mean,
I mean, here's
it
hoping.
sounds
because-
crazy right now to me at least.
It does.
I mean, electric cars. Here's hoping because that gas is not going to stay there forever.
I mean, I
so-
think bikes was kind of crazy. I used to see all these bikes, and I was
Yeah.
so like, oh my god, bikes
I
at
used to ride around
Walmart.
the store.
It's crazy.
I remember the Razor scooter was like the biggest
Oh
thing, and now
my
it's like
God,
electric cars.
I wanted one so bad. I got one, but it's not
I got
until like
two.
after all my friends got one. So.
I love those days.
You sound really old right now.
I know.
Yeah.
We do. God.
She's a little depressed.
Oh, we're so old.
I remember when the first television was.
You're 60.
You know?
You're 60.
I don't really remember.
Holy moly.
Give me attention.
That's a long time ago. I remember back in my day. Oh, my bad.
As most of you know, tomorrow we will be departing for the break, for the 10-day break.
Woo!
Right, so please be careful.
Lock your rooms, lock your
Yes.
suite doors.
There was actually cops walking around and they stopped in our room and luckily our door was locked, but they said that they've caught so many kids with their doors unlocked. And last break, I think it was before the break, there was a lot of robberies. Some girl got pushed to the ground and her laptop stolen. I mean,
Right, I remember hearing about
like, that's ridiculous. So please lock your doors. I mean, it's serious, you know?
Happy Valentine's Day too, by the way.
that. Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Residence halls will reopen on Sunday, February 22nd at 11 a.m.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this break, guys. How about you?
I think it's too early. I feel like it's...
Yeah, I feel like we were
Just-
on break. But I mean,
yeah.
it's going to be nice to
When
have
we
a
come back, it's already midterm week.
Is it?
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
don't
that's-
tell me that, please. I have so much work to do.
Yeah, the week after is midterm week.
Oh,
You have a couple days, whatever, but...
wonderful. But I mean,
The second semester is always shorter than the first semester.
I feel that too. I think it's just literally is short.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
it's
That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, I like it feels short. Okay,
communication.
Error.
No, but this.
Malfunction.
Oh, we're so goofy. But I'm looking forward to this break because ever since I got back, it's just been busy.
Right, I feel
I'm still looking forward to just going home and not worrying about anything. And not actually having to do school
I'm
work.
looking forward to work, yeah, because in 3 weeks I spent all my money, right? That I saved up
I
to
need
break.
I need a job. Anyone out there? I need a job. If you're watching this, please consider.
So you don't have to.
Well, I have some more news. There was a tween forced to take a pregnancy test. Now, it was just a regular school day at 7 Mills Middle School in Nevada City, California, when a guidance counselor came into the classroom and pulled a 12-year-old girl out of class. Why? Because the counselor had heard rumors that she was pregnant and wanted to know if it was true, according to the recently filed lawsuit. So he forced her to take the pregnancy test. And even the girl, she protested, but the counselor told her that she had to take it. And there was rumors, they were all rumors from other girls, saying she was pregnant. And so
It's his business.
he asked for a urine sample, and she had to take it. And it turned out negative. So not only was she humiliated, but this was a total
What a violation of
invasion
her
of her
privacy.
privacy.
Wow.
Her parents had no idea, they had no consent or knowledge of anything.
How old was the girl?
She's 12 years old. What? 12 years old. Why would you even question a 12? I mean, it has happened before, but it's very rare.
Kids are so
Pregnant
cool.
12-year-olds.
Who makes up this stuff?
Are they filing a lawsuit?
They have already. They have. I mean, second the parents heard about it, they did it. I mean,
The counselor was way out of place.
way out of line. I mean, first of all, why did they even have a pregnancy test in school? They usually.
Is
you know,
this
schools-
elementary school or
This, no, this is the middle school.
middle school?
My God.
I mean, I couldn't believe that when I heard it. It's awful.
You should probably get fired.
Probably
Probably already is.
He really should get fired.
He's probably on his way out right now. As we speak.
Let's give a nice warm happy birthday to Abraham Lincoln, who's 200 today.
Yeah, Abe!
2 centuries and you're still kicking. Oh, wait. Oh, well, we still remember you, buddy.
I was actually reading in a magazine, I don't know, it was like 2 weeks ago, that she has excuse me, Abe.
Excuse me, Abe.
He has a living ancestor who is some cheerleader or something, and she was actually talking about his birthday and talking about how they're related and such, and how she's proud of him. I thought it was kind of interesting.
Wow. That's pretty cool. To say that, hey, Abe Lincoln was my great, whatever.
Some great cousin or 20 times.
I think we can just as easily make something like that up.
I know, right? It's like,
Prove it.
yeah, I'm related to Pocahontas, everybody.
Yeah, it's hard to prove it.
I had this friend in high school, he's like, yeah, General Grant was like my great second cousin. I was like, yeah, you're a nice guy, man. It's real good smart thinking.
I know, really.
Well, that's all we got for today, guys. Thank you for watching.
Yep, have a
Happy
safe break.
Valentine's
Happy
Day.
Valentine's Day.
Have a good break.
Good night, guys.
Relax, this is Marty Cahill.
Julie Magrita.
Skip LaRussa.
And Ashley Best.
Take care, guys.
Bye.